Hello everyone and welcome back to T&C Toy Tractors, and today I have for you the John Deere 1870 air drill with the C850 air seeder commodity cart. I got this at my local John Deere dealership for around $45, I believe it was. And they are still pretty easy to find for that price. I think they're, like I said, about $45. But a little bit about this toy was made by Ertl, but about the C850 commodity cart itself, holds 850 bushels of small grain. It's used on western farms mainly, like out in Montana, places like that, where you really got to cover a lot of ground. Takes a minimum of 130 horsepower just to pull the cart, and then 6 horsepower per foot to pull the drill. And this is a 76-foot drill, I believe they said. So, you take that 6 horsepower per foot, it takes quite a bit. You're looking at 500 horsepower north just to pull this setup. The commodity cart itself, the C850, weighs 45,000 pounds. The drill weighs 55,000 pounds. It has 850 duals on the rear and a 900 series front tire, only giving 12 psi of ground pressure. So it really helps distribute the weight out pretty good. It takes a minimum of 78 gallons per minute of hydraulic flow required to run this unit. Has 4 tanks on it, and then has a few other little things on it to go. Something neat is you can run dual anhydrous tanks along this, so you can knife in your anhydrous as you're going along, basically just doing it all in one swipe. Again, the 1870 drill is 76 feet long, and you can plant at 5.5 mile an hour. And this is a $500,000 planting setup in real life. $500,000. That's a lot of money to think about when it comes to planting. So you would have to be planting a substantial amount of ground for this to be cost effective for somebody. So a little bit about the toy itself. I'm going to pull these apart. They're just hitched together. And we're going to talk about individually each one. This here, I keep getting in the way of my light here. Here you can see these little valves. These are for adjusting the rate of flow to your drill of your different seeds and different like fertilizer and things that you're running in here. And per the John Deere video that I watched, you can combine 2 tanks, so you can run multiple tanks with the same thing in it, like these 2 tanks be your seeds and dry fertilizer in your other tanks. And you can meter them from the cab, and there's all kinds of crazy technology that goes into these. Something I think would have been neat, these are, I believe, supposed to be monitors here from what I've seen on the real one. It would have been neat to see like a little screen or something, maybe sticker on there. I think that would have gave it a nice little touch. For the money, as far as these air seeder setups, this is the best value flat out you will find, I think. I don't think anything touches this, because I know the Borgo air seeder set from SpecCast that rivals this in size and everything is $300. So for $50, you are really getting something pretty neat here. Yeah, it's not perfect, but boy, you are getting quite a statement piece for your collection or your toy farm, that you're building. The ladder here goes up and down, so it's out of the way. This is your auger that comes out where you can fill. That's pretty neat. And then, you can come here and then you move it to your next one and then your next one and so on and so forth. And then it stows away for when you start planting or going down the road. I think it goes like that. So, like I said, you're going to see a lot of I can't believe the detail. Like you got your hoses here, and then you can see the chassis work that holds everything there. Flip to the other side here. Nice John Deere decal here on the tank. The wheels and tires are pretty great detail. These look pretty beefy. I like those. Those are pretty neat. One little thing that I wish they would have done with this is add all the railings that are on this. I feel that they could have done like a prestige edition of this, like they do with their combines and stuff, where they add the railings, and maybe charge $10 extra for that or something, Another little complaint is I wish this turned more, but it don't, it's only very minimum. Outside of that, I think everything looks pretty spot on from the videos I've seen. Just it's little things that I know you can go to Shapeways website and they make a kit for the railings for this. I know some other people who have done it and it looks very sharp with all the proper railing and everything that's supposed to be on this. And then here's like your hitch to pull your anhydrous on. You just put the anhydrous tanks up to here. I believe somebody out there, I don't know who, makes a hose kit that would run the hoses from like the anhydrous tanks to this, and then the hoses from this to the drill. I don't know who makes it, but there are kits out there that just make these things look absolutely 100% real. So, set that aside. We'll come here to this 1870 drill. Like I said, in real life, this is a 76-foot drill. And it folds up and it takes up a lot of space whenever it's completely unfolded. So it takes some shelf room. Even if it's folded up completely, it still takes a lot of shelf space. So, or it takes up a lot of space on your model farm if this is what you're going to use. Something pretty neat is Ertl actually went with some detail and put some realistic tires all over this thing, as opposed to their just plain Jane, like no detail tires on here. So, I mean, they really stepped it up with this. Metal hardware, I like. This piece is probably a good 60% metal, which makes me really happy. The only thing that I believe is plastic are these outer wings. And then your main chassis here, that's real metal. So, I mean, this has a little bit of heft to it. Again, I don't think this can be beat as far as what you're getting and what's out there. So, I don't know if you could really add much detail to like your openers, your knives, and different things, for the air drill. Show the 1870, there it is, You can see that decal, nice details. There's your slow moving vehicle sign. It's just quite the piece, like I said, to have in a collection, or quite the piece to have in your model farm. It is definitely a statement piece. I love this. I custom built a John Deere 8870 specifically to pull this. I thought it would be neat. I love those series of tractors. And so I custom built one specifically to pull this setup. Eventually, I do want to do the hose detail kit where it has all the hoses going to the openers and different things. So that's a future project plan. This thing is just, I can't get over how neat this is. It all goes together well. It all fits together well. John Deere's videos on this gave a whole bunch of information. If you go on their YouTube, they actually have a video on this whole setup and on the specific C850 commodity cart that's really neat, full of information, and shows you all the different and neat things on how they can monitor the weight of the commodity cart itself, what you're putting in there, how you can combine things and everything else to make the farmer as efficient as possible with this piece of equipment. So that's all I have for this. I'm sure there's more information out there. That's all I could come up with for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you come back and watch more. I'm hoping by the end of January, I will have 75 subscribers to this channel. We're still shooting for 200. So have a good day, and we'll see you later.